press start to stop the race. This is an isometric racing game, rather like Rock and Roll Racing and RC Pro-Am. You can see right away, this thing sucks. I thought this video was going to be an interesting, retro review. This looks like a YTF. Because YTF would you play this game? This might be one of the worst racing games I've ever played. I've only played the first 2 tracks. In fact, this is actually the second track. I played the first track twice. And I suffered. It took me like a minute and a half, 2 minutes to get through it. And you're starting to see the problem this game has right away. I'm not slowed down this video. This is the pace of the game. With the basic default loadout, the default engine and all the default tires. I'm holding down the B button for acceleration, just like in the Rock and Roll Racing. I'm also using the left and right trigger to do... Whoops! I'll explain that in a second. To do light turning, for instance, if you press left, or you press the L button, you'll do like a 20-degree turn, maybe a 15-degree turn. And if you use the L and R buttons in conjunction with the D-pad, you will do tighter, quicker turns, like in Rock and Roll Racing. There's a brake button. I don't know what it is. I've never had to... Whoop! I just laid down a mine. So I pressed the Y button to lay down that mine. So hopefully someone will run over it. And these bumps are the worst, because they really just slow you down. And I guess you need shocks or something, I don't know. I'm pressing X and nothing's happening. If you run into the side of the road, you're going to take damage, and that damage is the red bar that you see underneath the lap counter on the right side of the screen. This is a split screen setup. I am on the top. That red bar is on the bottom right corner of the top half of the screen. The bottom half of the screen is taken up by a CPU player. I'm not sure who it is. I think it's always that purple truck in this circuit. But anyway, I have bombs. Excuse me, I have mines. Apparently I'm out of mines. Game doesn't tell me how many mines I have. So, apparently I had mines, and I had no idea how many mines I have, and now I'm out. In Rock and Roll Racing, the game told you how many of each weapon you had, and all weapons were regenerated as you made a complete lap. And I grazed the side of the road, and I have blown up. And also, you'll take damage if you start bumping cars like that. So keep that in mind. You can't shoot them, and I'm out of weapons. And you might have problems getting up the hills in this game. Well, I came in 3rd place. I don't think I earned any money, did I? Money earned 0. Ugh. So I have to do that whole thing all over again. This thing sucks. That was just one race. Does this look in any way exciting to you? Again, I'm really, really disappointed in this. In fact, I don't even want to play this anymore. Probably just go back and do the creative mode, or whatever you want to call it. Here we go. And what do you know? All of my saved games just got erased. I literally turned this game on 10 minutes ago, and there were 2 saved games and a bunch of custom tracks. They've disappeared. So now I guess the battery backup on this thing's busted. It should be interesting. I think the game just had a problem when it was loading, and well, let's try and do a edit attack. Let's make a track that doesn't suck as much, preferably one with fewer bumps. Let's get started. Height. Oh, I see what's going on. So you can do elevation. Okay, so we'll start things off smoothly enough. Pavement. Oh, you can do ice, sand, or gravel. Ugh, it's gonna be a disaster in the making. Let's do ice, because I'll be sadistic. Gravity. Let's make the gravity low. Laps. We'll do 2 laps, because why prolong the pain? Okay, so let's do start. Pick. Okay, I picked it. How do I drop it? I have to drop it down here. Okay, I can't drop it down there. Do I have to drop it up here? B when done. Okay, I have to drop it right here. Okay, so we're gonna drop that here, here, and let's just do some variations. We'll keep this one simple. Let's circle it back around. Yeah. Like in that Dungeon Maker game on the PSP. We'll keep it simple. Not too complicated. So we'll circle that back around. And... oops. Well, I messed that up. No, let's, do that. Okay, so I'm going to try and make the least boring track I can in this game. Which means something that's flat and doesn't have any, elevation changes. Because you saw what that did to me in the last race. Not much fun at all. We're going to make this a sharp turn and circle back around. Yes, it'll be fine. It'll be a long straightaway. So now we're going to mix things up. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we'll drop it here. And then we'll do a fork in the road, maybe? Yeah, like one of these. Yes, have some fun with this. Okay. So let's pretend we're going to go around here and pretend it's a shortcut. It's probably not, but... that, and then we'll put that one... yeah, we'll make this one a bit more circuitous. Probably worry about bridges and crap later. No, not there. There. Again, this isn't very well designed. This is just me testing out some of these functions here. Yeah, you can have crosses. That sounds interesting. Don't know what that's going to do, but it sounds interesting. So let's circle this one back up. Yeah. Yeah, then we can combine them like that. Not that. Let's pretend they don't know which way's the right way. How about that? Does that make sense? Because it doesn't make that much sense. Let's circle that back around. And then let's bring the two together. Not like that. Like that. Yeah, like that. And then we'll make that the lap. So we'll pretend that they don't know which way they're going. Kind of sadistic, really. Okay. By the way, this music sucks, in case you haven't figured it out. Of course, a rock and roll racing soundtrack wouldn't improve this game at all, to be honest. You don't know what that's about. Well, that's the start, okay. So that makes sense. Okay, so let's, make that the start. Okay. So we'll save that. And we'll race it one time and see how it looks. Probably sucks. Okay, we'll select, or you did the other one, so we'll choose this low body. No armor, no nothing. Okay, so we get some more power in our corner here. So let's do a fuel injector, second level. Improved jumping ability, we won't need that. Momentary speed increase, won't need that. Gallon of oil to discourage tailgaters and some mines. Again, the game doesn't display this value, just mentioning that. Don't need that. Alright, so let's do this thing. Select opponent. How about this guy? So how many racers are going to be up? 4, okay. So my opponent's going to be on the bottom. I'm on top, of course. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. This is my track, and I'm going the wrong way. So it'll be interesting to see how the AI deals with it. I'll take the shortcut on my own track. Totally worth it. See how you like my shortcut now? Whoops! Yeah, I like my shortcut now. Okay, so this is me using the fastest engine in the game. That long straightaway. How you like me now? I think I over-designed this course. Ow! Yep, over-designed this course. How you gonna get fired on your day off? So I got blown up on my own course. Still taking the shortcut. Yep. It's a tight fit, but it's a good shortcut, right? So I guess the shortcut should have had tighter turns. I have to slow down a little bit when I make these sharp turns. God, this animation sucks too. It looks static, even when you're moving. Really bad, dude. Ouch! Really bad, dude. Yeah, I have to slow down just to take these turns. This fast engine of mine. Yep, 2 laps. Okay, if I made my point, even when you're making your own tracks, this game sucks. I know I shouldn't have got excited about this game. You gotta have good mechanics, you gotta have a good foundation, otherwise you can't make the game more interesting with crap like this. God, I spent 30 minutes playing this game and I immediately want to get rid of it. And this game costs $50 on launch. Can you imagine? You might as well just play F-Zero. I mean, that's probably why this game died. You might as well just play F-Zero. But in fairness, when the Rock and Roll Racing came out, they smoothed out the engine a little bit. They made it run a little bit faster. They added, like I said, the quality of life improvements where you could actually see how many weapons you're carrying at any given time. There's no track creation feature, and that sucks. But I'd rather play Rock and Roll Racing than this, even without the music. I mean, put Rock and Roll Racing soundtrack in this game, and it's still a terrible game. So I'm afraid this is just this is the YTF. I don't even want to play anymore just to explain all the problems I have with the progression system. Like, how much money do I get by winning a race? $5, $10? You know, I almost don't even want to play it anymore. In fact, let me finish up the video by just explaining that. Let's see. So I'll start from the beginning just for this. So I'll end the video with some footage of me trying to win the first race. I already did that, so I'll do this one. Okay, so I have no money to buy anything at this point. I started a brand new game. I have no money for anything. I have no nitro, I have no oil, I have no mines. So I might as well just start the race. Because I can't have any weapons. And I can't see what weapons I have anyway while I'm racing. Can I advance? Costs $5 to advance a level. I have $10. I want to advance to level 2? Sounds like a bad idea. So let me abort that. Can I retreat a level? Nope, I'm already on level 1. So I have $10. I have no money to do anything. I can't advance. But I guess I need the money. So let's do this thing. We're going the opposite way, I think. Yeah, I ran this race earlier and I was going the opposite direction. Yep, I was definitely going the opposite. No, I wasn't. Never mind, forget I said anything. But that guy had mines and I don't. But like I said, how many mines? If I had mines, how would I know how many I was carrying? And they don't regen. So you can imagine just having just one weapon for the entire race? I think I had 2 mines in that last race. Imagine having 2 mines for the entire race and they never respawn. I mean, just ridiculous stuff. Again, the pacing of this game is incredibly sluggish. I mean, RC Pro-Am on the NES. That game came out in like 1989 and it runs better than this. Yeah, didn't RC Pro-Am come out in like 1988, something like that? Ran at 60 FPS. You know, and the speed of the game, the pacing of the game was incredibly fast compared to this. I mean, this looks like a budget game. I mean, if you told me this game came out on the NES, you know, I'd believe you. I mean, the level of detail is a bit higher, but I mean, do you think does this strike you as a 16-bit game in any way? Compared to RC Pro-Am? I mean, come on, dude. Yeah, I know Blizzard went on to do better, but I'm not... I mean... I guess if you're just starting out and it's like maybe 2 guys or 3 guys in a garage in Austin somewhere... I guess you could justify this for a launch title. You're kind of getting your feet wet. Like I said, they increased the content a bit by giving you the track creation feature. But how do you fix the mechanics? You can't. You can make the cars faster by giving them faster engines. You can make the track. You can't make the tracks wider. I mean, that's the thing. You can't make the tracks wider. You can make them longer or shorter. You can adjust the height, you know, in some way. You can change the surface of the road, but you can't make the tracks wider. So there's always that risk that the tracks are so crowded that you're just going to keep bumping into each other and blow yourself up. In fact, I think there might be a legitimate strategy in this game to actually allow yourself to blow up in the penultimate lap, so that you have enough energy to survive the final lap. I mean, think about that. Especially if you don't have any weapons. So it's just... I don't know. I got excited by this game on paper. It was in the Super NES Game Atlas or whatever that Nintendo Power came out with. They said, hey, it's got these features. You might be interested in this game, but they weren't excited about this game. The ratings weren't low. I think they were in the mid threes. Like, you know, remember Nintendo Power, that 5-point scale. And I want to say the scores were like 3.5 and 3.6 maybe. Remember, this was a launch game for Super NES. So, I mean, they weren't trying to compare it to F-Zero really. But F-Zero, I don't even like F-Zero. But compared to this, I mean, compared to this, F-Zero is like freaking. It's like Street Fighter 2 and Tempest and, you know, Defender all rolled up into one. And I earned $1 by coming in second place. Yeah. So can I buy anything? I have $11. Can I buy anything? No. Okay, so let me go back. So can I advance a level? Can I advance? Yeah, I can spend $5. I can spend half my money to advance a level and play a more interesting track, I guess. But this is awful. I'm not nonplussed. I shouldn't be nonplussed. But I admit I'm kind of frustrated that I kind of spent 20 years, 25 years getting excited for this game, and this is what I get. I guess I should have been watching more YouTube videos. This game sucks. And I blame myself for buying it. And not doing my homework.